Hi guys, Ann here, and today we have another. I gotta think of this because it's not a coffee talk anymore because I'm not drinking coffee. What can we call this? Sit down video? I don't know. Let me know down below what can we call this series when I'm sitting at the table. Table talk. Ooh, there we go, table talk. Let me know what you guys think of that one. So most of you guys know, right, that I have tendonitis, which the doctor told me it could take between 12 and 18 months alone to heal. But I also have a torn rotator cuff. So I'm in bad shape. It's been over 3 weeks now and I'm still in pain. Right now I can feel it. Not as bad as when it first happened. I go to actually see the orthopedic doctor because it's a long story. We'll get into that later. But I see the orthopedic doctor next week, which I'll be taking you guys with me and all that, like I normally do when I go to the doctors, you know. But I haven't really been filming because, like I said, it's just I am a wuss. I don't like pain. I can handle emotional pain, right? Like I remember when my mother passed away, like 2 days later, I'm filming, you know, and I tell you in a BoxyCharm video, by the way, let me let you know, it's like I can handle certain things, but when it comes to physical pain, not I, said the fly. I'm serious. Like there's a few things I can't handle. Okay. One, being in pain. Two, being hot. Hence why I don't have the other light on here to make it a little bit brighter because I have the AC on. And three, when I'm hungry. Oh, when I am hungry and hot, or all three, oh my God, if I'm in pain, hungry, and hot, don't talk to me. Don't even look my way. But no, seriously. And so I couldn't put a ponytail in my hair or anything. So Lexi had to do it. And it's just a mess. I could do a little bit more. I did this today. You know, I mean, in person, you'd be like, what the hell? Because, you know, I wear my fake ponytails. But this is the one of the ones I got when I took you guys with me to buy some ponytails. This is the straight one. And let me just tell you, it feels so soft. Let me get close up. Oh, I almost ripped my earring out. If you guys can see, I don't know what you can see, but it's very soft and beautiful. If you ever get, and this you can put heat to, if you ever get a ponytail that looks way too shiny, like fake, you can use dry shampoo, in it, and that will take some of the shine away. But anywho, I have to tell you one thing that happened. I got some updates for you with Target Guy, but let me tell you what happened last night. I cannot make this up, okay? I said, you know what? Let me paint my toenails. Because you guys know I don't really do anything with my hands because I'm always using bleach and everything else. So like nail polish and stuff doesn't last long, you know, and I'm not going to go pay to get a gel nail polish and because it's expensive. And two, it doesn't last that long, right? On me. But I always like painting my toes. So that drawer right there, that's gray. Okay, that's where I have my nail polishes and stuff. Because you can see the other ones are black. Like over here, that's black. That one right here, that sticks out. So I got a few of them. And because I didn't know what color I wanted. And I went downstairs, you know, and I was like going through the nail polishes. And there is a lot in there. And that's all, you know. And then I had that drawer like on my bed. Well, I was downstairs for about 3 or 4 hours and I start going up the steps and I'm like, what does this smell like? Alcohol, like a strong smell, but I didn't pay any mind. I start going up in my room because, you know, my room's on the 3rd floor and I'm like, what is that smell? Okay. And I get closer to it because it was a black one. And I'm like, oh my God, it smelled like nail polish remover. And I'm like, I don't have any nail polish remover here. I'm like, what happened? So like, as I'm going through the nail polishes, I'm seeing this dark purple all over. It was a mess. Like I even had my hospital papers in there by accident. See, look, it went on here. So this is the color. It's like a dark purple. Okay. I don't even remember putting it in there, but I don't know. And I finally, like, and as I'm reaching my hand, I get all this purple, like dark purple. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I finally found where one of them must have broke or something. Like when I don't know what happened, but it went everywhere. So then I had to go through a lot of them. It forced me to do a declutter because a lot of them were old, and I'm like looking for it. And then on the very bottom, like nail polish was all on the bottom. I pick up my comforter because this is a reversible. Oh, ow, ow, I forgot. See how I forget my arm? See how this is you know, don't laugh at me. I still have my pajama pants on. And when I picked it up, the nail polish seeped through the drawer onto the comforter. I was pissed. So I got most of it out. I didn't dry it. I let it air dry, and I'm going to, again, I could probably get it all out. So that's why I have that color on right now, which I actually like this better. It's like a light pink. Anywho, so I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I have a couple of these colors. So I just figured I'll put a couple more of that so it'll match, But then that gave me the idea. Well, it looks dark back here because these are black, right? Because I used to film using backdrops. That's when I got my dresser. Well, I use that for my eyeshadow palettes, my makeup and stuff. And so you guys never seen, so that's why I got black. If I knew I was going to stop using backdrops and film on my other channel, I would have got it in white, of course, right? But I'm thinking I can change out the drawers, not that gray, but make it like something lighter so it won't look so dark, And like I said, I don't have the other light one because I have the AC. Anyway, so that's what happened to me. I was like, oh my God. I felt myself like hot after a while. I'm like, I understand why people like huff and all that stuff because just the smell from one nail polish, there was only one that was cracked. Oh my God, it was so strong. I couldn't believe it. I had to get my water bottle. This is what I do to my water bottle. See this? Because when I drink it, I squish it. That way I know which ones are mine. Now I know some people put like initials, like I could put an A for Ann or M for Mom. I know that. But you can't deny when you see the squished in thing because nobody does this but me. So that's how I can tell it's mine. But let me know down below what takes out nail polish. Let me know what your remedies are. See, this is when I wish my mom was alive because let me just tell you, my mother could get any stain out. It doesn't matter if when you wash something, you put it in the dryer, then it's like you can't get the stain out anymore. It doesn't matter if that stain been there on 10 years, she can get it out. She'd be the one you call if you had a crime scene, you need somebody to help clean it up because she can get everything out, I don't know how she did it. Let me know down below what you think. So another update with the Target guy. So I think the last thing I told you was, okay, so you remember, it's a guy. He doesn't work at Target. What's she doing? Laura, what are you doing, girl? I think I told you, right? So he was shopping at Target. That's why I call him Target guy, but he's a correctional officer. He asked for my phone number, but I got his number. And so I texted him like a couple of days later, and he was at work, and he was like, I'll call you back. And he says, he'll call me back when he got done work. And then he like phone called me like, to speak in person. And I didn't answer because I'm not ready to talk yet. Let's text. Then you guys know I hurt my arm. So especially that first week, I didn't want to talk at all. So probably the second week, he texted me and he was like, is everything okay? If you're not interested, just let me know. And anyway, I just told him what happened and all that stuff. He said, oh, I understand that. He goes, but just let me know, if you're not interested. And I just told him, I said, listen, and I just told him how I couldn't take, we just talked. And so I told him that, I don't usually talk on the phone every day, which I don't, texting here and there. But see, I'm not ready. See, it's like I'm probably going to screw it up because I'm not ready yet to be like in love. I just want a friend. And I know a lot of guys, they're not looking just for a friend. Like I get that. But I don't know, maybe because so my divorce was in January 17th, right? So I've been divorced for what, 8 months now, but we've been separated a year. So, I mean, almost 2 years we haven't been together, me and my ex-husband, but it just feels so weird to me. And I really took my marriage serious. Like, I never thought I was going to get divorced, ever. Oh, she's chewing on a bone. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Can you see her? She had enough of me. I really did. I felt like, we could have made it work, because for me, the only things was, he didn't help support financially. If he would have just helped support and, like, well, then again, I don't know because of my kids. My kids are always going to come first, but my kids, especially my oldest son, Tyler, acted the way he did around my ex-husband is because he didn't help me, but I just never believed in divorce. I waited till I was 35 to get married. We were together for 12 years. And, I know now, like, he wasn't the right guy for me. I do believe I settled. See, I think my ex-husband, he's a good guy. I think, but he would have been a good friend to me. That's what I should say, a good friend, but not a good husband for me. We were looking for two separate things. And I don't think I can ever forgive him for putting a charge on my son. I don't think I can ever get over that. Like, we don't do that in this family. Like, we don't call the government, like, earlier this year, most of you guys know, I tried to put a temporary restraining order, like a protection order on this guy, YouTuber, and that wasn't because, he was making videos about me and stuff like that. No, I don't care. You can call me every name in the book. You can make 100 videos. I would never strike him. I don't do that stuff. Right. But when it comes to my kids, if you dox my children or me or put my safety at risk or, because if you leak my address, now see, my house number wasn't leaked, but the street was and different things. And it's like, I have children and I have to protect my child, and I felt at that time I didn't protect my son, Tyler, because when me and my ex-husband separated the first time, within 3 weeks, he was living with another family. It was one of his ex-girlfriends from like high school or something. So, damn well they were talking behind my back for a lot longer because nobody's going to move a man in just 3 weeks. You know what I mean? But I still took him back. We went to marriage counseling. I should have known when I was the one paying the co-payment all the time and the gas in the car. So I took him back and I felt like if I didn't take him back, nothing would have happened between him and my son. We could have ended it on friendly terms, me and my ex-husband, like civilly. And so when my daughter's government name, first and last name got doxxed and then this guy was threatening to dox my address and other things. It was like, I have to protect my daughter because I didn't protect my son. That's the headspace. And I was actually going through a divorce. It was just a lot I was going through. If that happened now, I would have ignored it. But then it was just like, I had so much going on, but normally, like, we don't get the government involved, well, especially with our own family. Like, I don't miss my ex-husband at all. I don't know what's stopping me from dating or even just having friends. Like, I don't know what it is because it's not the other guy, the target guy. It's not him at all. I think, he's attractive and he's very nice and I have nothing against him. It's just something telling me, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm scared to get hurt again. I don't know, but I don't want to mess it up either. It's like I always have an excuse not to talk to him, but I really wasn't paying. I wasn't even talking to my girlfriends, like my friends, like Lisa and Jody, my friends that I talk about. So I definitely didn't want to talk to him anyway. So I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I don't know. I always say if it's meant to be, it'll happen. If it's not, it's not, right? And, I have to look at it too, like with my ex-husband. Maybe that was a lesson that God wanted to teach me. Maybe he was getting me ready for the next person. I don't know. But I really took my divorce hard. I really, really did. And I don't even know if it was like my husband I was upset about. I think it was just maybe the marriage, or I felt like I failed God. But once a man cheats, I don't know if that's true. They say they'll always cheat, but definitely my husband, he commits adultery, like he's a cheater. So I'm glad to be over it, but it's just it still hurts my heart, if that makes sense. And I'm very, very, very hurt what it did to my son. My son could have did almost 10 years in jail. That's the maximum, like, and it's like, why? Why would you do that? But let me know, what do you guys think it is? I don't know. Like, I don't know. And I feel, like I said, I feel like I'm messing it up, because after a while, the Target guy, he's going to be like, no, you know? So that's the update on that. Maybe I'm just not ready, And like I said, if he's meant to be, maybe I just need to tell him that. I don't know. But then it's like nice having a friend too, like just to go out and have fun. So I'm not always in the house or doing things by myself. I always said, whenever I got married or when I get into a relationship, like you have to be friends first. And that's what me and my ex-husband didn't. I knew my ex-husband since I was in high school, since I was 14, but we were never like friends. And when we got together, it moved so fast. Like, we got together in February of 2012. In December of 2012, we got married. 12/12/12 is when we got married. So it just, like, we were only together for a couple months before he moved in with me, right? And I didn't even ask him. He just kind of like, now that I look back at it, he kind of like pushed himself in. I didn't ask him to move in with me, but I didn't mind either, because I wasn't in a relationship for like 4 or 5 years, right? So it was nice. And, everybody puts on their good side for the first few months. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm just scared to get hurt. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely a me thing, because I'm the one holding back. Do you know what I mean? Like, because he's asked me, well, let's go out to eat, or we can do a brunch or whatever and I'm like, okay, I'll let you know. I'm like, what is she doing? She's trying to grab a toy off of the dog steps. Look. See, I have toys over there. What? Not yet. So that is that. What else has been going on? Really, a whole lot of nothing, because I ain't been doing anything. I could tell you that. I do the dishes here and there, because I can't stand to have dishes in the sink. So the kids do it at night, but it's like if I start to see more than like 4 or 5 dishes, it's like I got to do them. And that is a pet peeve, and I think it's how I was raised. Because let me get into, okay, I got another question for y'all, okay? Tyler says, Mom, is there anything you need me to do? And I said, well, you can clean the bathroom, like the bathtub, because, I clean it every few days. I'm an excessive cleaner, okay? But I'll explain that in a second. Oh, God love him. God help him. He takes like a washcloth. I'm not the washcloths that we use for our face, like a rag, And he like sprays the stuff, and he's taking a washcloth and I'm like, Tyler, you have to scrub it. I'm like, and I showed him the little brush. I'm like, you got to scrub it, He's like, what? Oh, God, help me. So he cleaned it. And then when he went to bed, I go in there and I scrub it with one hand, because that's my problem. Maybe it's a control thing. I don't know. But it's like, I feel like it's not really clean unless I do it, because I know I'm cleaning it good. Does that make sense? I know it doesn't make sense. I know that, but it's in my head. My mom and my grandmother lived together for a long time, but even my earliest years, right? My grandma was born in 1927. So, they're old school. Like, that's why this house, because this was their house, there's no dishwasher, because they didn't believe in that. You wash your dishes because, it's cleaner if you wash them and stuff. And as a kid, me and my brother, like I would wash the dishes and he would dry them, and then the next night he would wash them and I would dry them. And when my grandmother was a waitress for over 40 years, and she never got her license because she lived in New York just about all her life, and you didn't need your license there. So when they moved to New Jersey, she just never had it. So my grandmother would walk to work and she would walk back. And she would look, we had to have everything done before she came home. And she would look. And after they were dry, we had to put them away. So there was no such thing. Like we had a dish rack, but that was just so that my brother or me, whoever, could put it in this, and then, we would dry it off or what have you. But they didn't sit in there. Then you had to put it away. And she would look. If there was one drop of water, she would take all the dishes out, and we had to rewash every single dish, even if it wasn't dirty. So she really put a good work ethic in me, and when you're young, you get mad, you're cussing them out in your head and stuff, but that really taught me. And, my grandmother never went around like, how they say the white glove with the dust or anything like that. But we had to clean our room. Like, no, or like my mother one time, I'll never forget this. She was like, because I had like stuff on the floor, and she told me to clean my room. Well, you know how you do, you just throw everything in the closet or under the bed to make it look good. Oh no. She took all of my toys and everything else that I did, and she threw it away. That taught me a lesson too. Now, not where she threw it away and then, how they act like they throw it and give it back. No, I never seen them again. So I don't know what she really did with them. She told me she threw them away. But, that's how they were. So they taught me the right way. And I coddled my kids a lot, right? So I did a lot for my children. And that's my fault. I don't know. And I enjoyed doing it. But my mom, but it's because like, I know I can clean it better. I don't know what it is, but I like I said, I don't know if it's a control thing. So it's like, instead of me just getting them to do it, because then I go after and do it again, I might as well just do it. Or I'm the type, if I want it done, I want it done right now, Now, certain things I know, like I will not do, like, I can't do with my arm and stuff like that. But I was like, what in the hell is he doing? I don't know. But maybe that's how most people do. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one that's crazy. Because maybe if you clean your bathtub every few days, like maybe you don't have to brush it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's a me thing. Like I used to be so bad, okay, when I was at the other house, my hand of God, for many, many, many years, because this is how my grandmother used to be. If we had to mop the floor, okay, and after it dried, she would get a wet, like cloth, not a paper towel, because I don't know, did they have paper towels back then? I can't remember. I think so. But anyway, like a white cloth, okay? And she would wet it, and she would, like, say this is the floor, and she would do this. If that cloth had any dirt, we had to keep mopping it. It had to be clean. So as I got older, I did that, and I mean, you could walk barefooted and not, for days, like you would never have dirt on your feet or anything like that. It was like that. Like I said, I wasn't the I dusted, but I wasn't that bad. It was more of like, I wanted things clean, if that makes sense. And it's because how I was raised. So maybe it's a me thing. I don't know. But other than that, that's really all that's been going on. I mean, nothing. I've really been resting. Like I said, I haven't even been filming. And it feels good, to rest. But then it's my anxiety. Then like I said, my anxiety kicks in. But that's all. I really don't even know what to talk about, to be honest with you, because I haven't been doing anything. See, that's why I like when I do the car vlogs, because I'm actually doing stuff, and then I have things to talk about. Or when I do walk and talks, right? Then I have things to talk about. But when I just sit here, it's like, especially because I haven't done anything, because of my arm. But that is that. But I do have something funny to tell you really quick about Lexi. So my daughter, right, she's biracial, and my daughter has the very thick, beautiful spiral curls, her hair. And so when she was younger, I used to always keep her hair braided and stuff, right? She would always like sit, between my legs, and I would do her hair and all that type of stuff. And if she moved, I would like, stay still, and all that stuff. Because, Lexi has ADHD, so she can always stay still, but so long. Well, anyway, she done got me back because she had to be doing my hair. She had to start doing my hair, like putting in a ponytail and stuff. And when I tell you she went crazy with the brush, I'm like, ow, Lexi. She's like, stay still. I'm like, well, it hurts. I said, I don't have much hair. My hair is thinning. I'm like, I have scalp, And I'm like, okay. So anyway, today I was, she knew I was going to film. She was like, "Do you want me to do your hair?" I'm like, "No, no, I don't. I think I could do it." She was looking forward to it. It's like payback time. I'm like, all right, I get it now. I understand. All right, guys, that is everything. That's the update on Target Guy and everything else on my arm. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you want me to talk about, any questions. Should we do another Q&A? I don't know, like a juicy Q&A? Let me know down below. Please thumbs up this video. It really does help me out. Or you can thumbs it down. That helps me out as well. Make sure you leave a comment. Commenting really does help out with engagement. It really, really does. It would mean the world to me and to Miss Aura. Orby. I love that girl so much. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay healthy, and most importantly, always stay you. Never let somebody take you out of your character. Do as I say, not as I do. All right, bye, guys.